So today's the 21st, is the first day of the year in Enoch calendar until tomorrow. And exciting times because today 21st, tomorrow 22nd, and then Thursday 23rd. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if anything will happen or the trigger event finally happens, okay? So previous video I said that the 4 states will get attacked first. I don't think it's California. I mistakenly said it's California. It's supposed to be Arizona. So because Arizona highway closes after nitric acid leaks from tanker truck crash, so Arizona. And so they really like 22 and 23. Let's take a look of the holidays in US, like particularly right here is in New York. Monday, February 20th this year, which is yesterday, they set up this holiday as President's Day, which is Washington's birthday. And it's every third Monday in February. So you get that, right? 2, 3. And then, as usual, they take things extremely slow for some reason. Maybe because they're not confident in this major trigger event. They've been practicing. They have several trial runs over the past few years. They still not confident in putting off everything in full force. Of course, because God has been constantly intervening their plans, interrupting their plans, intervening their plans. So ultimately they can never win anyway. So right now we're waiting for the trigger event. Simultaneously is the turning back in time. Like I said before, my guesstimation is 10 years to back to 2012. So the 10th of the first month, Jesus entered Jerusalem. Then the 13th of the first month, Jesus had his last supper with his disciple, and the time from 13th to the 14th day, the transition. In the morning, the Bible clearly states that the morning starts at 6 a.m. our time. It's not 12 a.m. It's not 6 p.m. It's 6 a.m. That's the morning starting at in the morning 6 a.m. our time. Because Jesus died at 9 o'clock, which is 3 p.m. You do the math. If you still trust the time counting of the time um, in Jewish tradition, which is sunset at 6 p.m., then you are a Satanist. You follow Satan. Because, like I said, I explained before, people live in Israel. It doesn't mean that they are Israelites. And the tradition of Jewish is not Israelites' tradition because Satan and his offsprings and his fellows fallen angels already changed the customs so that right now in present day in Israel the traditions completely away from the Bible, away from God. They infiltrate Israel, they infiltrate every single thing on earth. So let's say if it were true that sunset 6 p.m. is the beginning of the day, then what time Jesus died? Come on. I don't understand why people still like cannot associate, you know, the time that Jesus died and the time that the Jewish said the day should begin at sunset. That doesn't make effing sense. um, so our time is infiltrated by Satan. 6 a.m. is the beginning of the day. 3 p.m. Jesus crucified. They crucified Jesus at 3 a.m. at that time, which is our 9 a.m. And he died at 9 a.m., which is our 3 p.m. So basically, sunset 6 p.m. is 12 o'clock. So 6 is 0, then 9 is 3, and then 12 is 6, 3 p.m. is 9 a.m. Then not necessarily 9 a.m. is 9 o'clock. Then 6 p.m. is the 12 o'clock. Our noon time is 6 o'clock, according to God's timing. Why Satan changed the tradition in Israel say that sunset is the beginning of the day? Because the fallen angels, they are imprisoned in series A and B and C in the skies. So 3 stars system, series A, B, C, and they always only see twilight. The sun not totally set is called the time that the sun is setting but not completely set. That's why they glorify themselves and change the Israel tradition. The Jewish now they didn't know because nobody actually remembered because human only live the most, let's say on average is like 70 to 80 years old. By the time you're like 70, you mostly forget pretty much everything, right? So the tradition, they can change anytime they want. That humans never aware of that. So the fallen angels glorify themselves. So they say the beginning of the day is at sunset when the sun not completely set, not completely exit from the earth, but still some sunlight. Okay, because they are imprisoned in the three-star system series A, B, C. So that's the story behind why Jewish has the day begins at sunset. It's Saintness Day changed God's tradition in Israel. Anyway, people live in Israel, they are not Israelites, right? They are migrants or they are Canaanites because that piece of land before Israelites, God's people take over, took over, it was Canaanite. Um, let's see, it's from Turkey to present day Turkey to Israel.